According to rumors, A.A. Wilson is furious over the third venue change for the Indiana Fever's versus Dallas Wings game, which was just shifted to the enormous American Airlines Center. With rookie prodigy Caitlin Clark continuing to revolutionize the WNBA, the league's established stars now face an unprecedented position. An NBA facility with 20,000 seats will now host the game that was originally scheduled to take place in the Wings' regular arena. We have all the details for this story, which is growing larger by the minute.
So we've got WNBA teams all over the league now officially having scheduling conflicts. Now, in case you're wondering, well, wouldn't they know about scheduling conflicts long prior to setting their schedules and this and that and the other? Well, of course they would, right? Except the scheduling conflict these teams have.
Since this venue shift signifies something far more significant than simply moving arenas, let's examine what's going on here. The American Airlines Center, home of the Dallas Mavericks, will host the Indiana Fever's regular season game versus the Dallas Wings on June 27th. This is significant since it's the third time a game featuring Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever has had a venue change. The answer to why this is occurring is a straightforward but remarkable demand. The American Airlines Center can accommodate over 20,000 spectators, more than twice as many as the Wings' typical arena. The Wings usually play at Arlington's College Park Center, which can accommodate only 7,000 spectators. The tremendous demand for tickets to any game involving rookie star Caitlin Clark is the exact cause of this action.
Now become, I think pretty confidently we can now say, firmly America's team is starting to percolate out through the scheduling in all the WNBA cities. And they're making adjustments. They're making adjustments. Now, I will tell you, it's hilarious that so many of these WNBA teams, in fact, there's only been one team, and I gave them credit for it, I did, that has come out and blatantly just said it. All right? We're moving games, and we're doing it because of Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark has been nothing short of a phenomenon since the Indiana Fever selected her first overall. Her influence on the WNBA has been instantaneous, as evidenced by the enormous TV ratings that have broken records, the sold-out arenas, and the skyrocketing sales of goods. Within hours of her draft selection, Clark's jersey really became the WNBA's fastest-selling jersey ever. The way that this problem is impacting well-known WNBA players like A.A. is what makes it so intriguing. Wilson, an Olympic gold medalist and perennial MVP, has long served as the league spokesperson. She has worked hard, excelled on the court, and contributed to the development of the WNBA into what it is now. Additionally, sources close to Wilson claim that she is now upset that games are being rescheduled to make room for a rookie AAT, even though the rookie is drawing previously unheard-of interest to the league.
It's the WNBA themselves, the literal entire organization. The WNBA has this problem too. Saying those two words out of their mouth and just putting the credit where credit is due. It is Caitlin Clark driving this ship.
This season's Fever games have already had multiple venue changes. The Phoenix Mercury had previously declared that they will be relocating their home game versus the Fever from the Footprint Center to Arizona State University's substantially larger Desert Financial Arena. The Los Angeles Sparks then relocated their game against the Fever from the Walter Pyramid to the Lakers and Clippers' home arena, Crypto.com Arena. These venue modifications mark a critical juncture in the WNBA's history. Although veterans like Wilson have played a significant role in the league's long-running battle for greater recognition, better facilities, and bigger audiences, Clark's arrival appears to be tipping the scales. Let's discuss the implications of this from a business standpoint. The WNBA is seeing an unprecedented increase in media interest, ticket sales, and retail purchases. To put this game in perspective, the American Airlines Center, which has 2,000 seats, is probably going to sell out. When a WNBA game is sold out, more people come than have ever attended some teams' entire homestands during the regular season. The financial ramifications are enormous. This venue move could result in hundreds of millions of dollars in extra revenue, as tickets for Clark's games are reportedly selling for up to 5 times their usual price on the secondary market. Although this money might be used to improve the league's facilities and pay for all players, there is a noticeable sense of tension here. The professional and emotional sides are more complex, even though the business side makes sense. According to sources, Wilson believes that switching venues frequently for a rookie, no matter how well-liked she is, sends a negative message about the league's principles. Wilson is said to have privately voiced his displeasure with the circumstances. Notion that the league's attention on Clark overshadows the accomplishments and contributions of established players. Wilson has been trying to improve the league for years. She has guided her Las Vegas Aces to numerous titles and received individual honors, like as MVP awards. She is observing as a novice, is given accommodations that are rarely given to veterans. Additionally, it is impossible to overlook the larger context here. In the past, the WNBA has had trouble promoting its players and drawing in general public interest. Despite their extraordinary talent and accomplishments, many veterans have performed in half-empty theaters. They have battled for better working conditions, more compensation, and media attention. Therefore, it naturally causes some friction when a rookie arrives and is given the star treatment that many veterans have fought years for. Feeling that the accomplishments of people who founded the league are being underappreciated is more important than jealousy. According to Clark, this is probably an awkward situation to be in. She has reportedly respected the league's veterans and concentrated on assimilating into her club and raising her professional game. These venue modifications were not requested by her, but due to her popularity, they are now required from a commercial perspective. The front office and coaching staff of the Fever have been handling this delicate situation with caution. They're combining the requirements of their squad with the unparalleled attention that comes with having the most popular player in the league. The Dallas Wings, for their part, are probably happy with the venue move despite any practical issues. Head coach Christy Sides has been outspoken about treating Clark as just another player inside the club structure, while noting the external hype surrounding her. The extra revenue from concessions and ticket sales will be extremely beneficial to the organization. They may now take advantage of the Caitlin Clark effect in a way that isn't feasible at their current arena thanks to their move to American Airlines Center. Clark's increased involvement in the league has been openly welcomed by WNBA Commissioner Kathy Angelbert. She has highlighted in recent remarks that rising tides lift all boats, implying that more awareness of the league is advantageous to all parties. However, it is said that behind closed doors, there are talks on how to strike a balance between recognizing the accomplishments of existing players and praising rising stars. The topic has received extensive media coverage, with sports networks giving Clark's influence over the league a lot of publicity. This has probably added to veterans' discontent by giving the impression that the WNBA is suddenly focused about one player. Opinions on social media have been raging. On both sides, some supporters contend that the league should take all necessary steps to capitalize on Clark's popularity and advance the sport, while others think that frequently switching venues for a single player, regardless of how well-liked, goes against the fundamentals of team sports and denigrates established players. Former WNBA players have also contributed, offering a range of viewpoints. Others worry about the precedent it establishes and the possible divide it could cause within the league, while others view this as a positive development that they wish had occurred during their playing days. It's difficult to argue against the business choice when you look at the numbers. According to reports, Clark games have had a 200% spike in television ratings when compared to those of the previous season. Clark's jersey is dominating the league in merchandise sales. Metrics of social media engagement reveal a record level of interest in the WNBA. Practically speaking, both teams have difficulties as a result of the venue move. Coaches and players must adapt to a new court, various shooting environments, and new locker room amenities. This means that some of the home court advantage will be lost for the Wings players who are used to their home arena. With the squad traveling more and juggling the logistics of these venue changes, the Fever's schedule has been especially taxing. For a young squad that is still establishing itself in the league, this adds stress and possible distractions. For fans, particularly devoted wing followers, the venue shift may imply unusual seating arrangements, varying ticket costs, and an entirely different experience according to Clark. The pressure keeps increasing because some season ticket holders can end up in less advantageous situations than they're used to. Every time the location changes, the anticipation for her performance rises. Every game turns into a spectacle, with thousands of people observing her every move. It's quite difficult to handle that pressure while acclimating to the professional game. This venue change's timing is very intriguing. As it happens, Clark is still getting used to her new rhythm in the professional game. She is starting to display the form that made her a college great after having a bit of a rough rookie season. This implies that rather than waning, interest in seeing her perform could keep growing. This circumstance offers chances as well as obstacles for Wilson and other well-known celebrities. Although the focus on Clark may be annoying, it also brings more attention to the league overall. Given a bigger stage and audience, a player of Wilson's skill will surely excel. The issue of long-term effects is another. Will the Fever Games see many location changes? And will other teams with well-liked rookies or stars anticipate receiving the same treatment? The precedent being established here may affect how the league operates, functions going forward from the league's point of view. This is a difficult balancing act, as well as an amazing opportunity. Careful messaging and decision-making are necessary to capitalize on Clark's popularity without offending other players or giving the impression of favoritism. Looking ahead, the WNBA's game at American Airlines Center on June 27th will be a landmark event. A sold-out audience would be a strong indication of the league's potential for expansion and popularity. It would support the venue switch and possibly open the door for more WNBA games to be held in bigger venues. For women's basketball fans, this circumstance reflects the mounting challenges of a league that is expanding. Greater media coverage, bigger venues, and more attention are all advantages for a league that has battled for recognition. However, careful navigation is necessary to guarantee that this growth benefits all parties. All eyes will be on Wilson and Clark as the game draws near. One symbolizes the league's optimistic future, while the other reflects its successful current. Their performance, interactions, and handling of the limelight will reveal a lot about the WNBA's capacity to navigate its current period of extraordinary expansion. There you have it. The amazing tale of how Caitlin Clark's fame is genuinely altering the WNBA's physical terrain. The league is at a crossroads between embracing its new phenomenon and paying tribute to its established players. And this venue move is about more than just seats. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Is A.A. Wilson justified in feeling frustrated? Or is this just smart business? Additionally, click the subscribe button and enable notifications if you want to be informed about all the drama and excitement in the WNBA this season. You won't want to miss a single update, as this WNBA season is expected to be the most talked about in history.